Hi everyone, I'm Xiaodi Zhang, eBay's Vice President of Seller Experience, and I'm so excited and honored to spend this time with you to share our approach to building the tools you use on eBay. So I recently started my second time around as a member of the eBay family. The magic of this company drew me back. This is a platform where people do so much more than just shop and transact. We have been connecting people, building communities, and creating economic opportunities around the world for more than a quarter century. It's this purpose and the human connections embedded in the eBay experience that helped inspire my choice to rejoin the company. There is truly no other company like eBay. And at eBay, we're passionate about customer experience. We're motivated to not only simplify the way you sell on eBay, but to help you succeed and thrive on our platform. Every single day, we strive to be the platform of choice for you. Our goal is to enable your success, and we're committed to modernizing the marketplace and innovating on the customer experience, all while leaning into what makes eBay unique. Working with our sellers, we're focused on 3 areas as we design and build capabilities to help you succeed. These include reliability, simplicity, and trust. So being a reliable partner means the eBay platform and the full collection of tools is available whenever you need it. That means we're constantly addressing and fixing issues and improving the overall quality of the site. Our technology teams work to ensure the site stays available to customers. And so far this year, our availability is 99.96%. While that's already a very strong number, we're always working to improve it. Next, simplifying your experience on eBay is so important, and we're investing in creating easy and seamless experiences. Our teams leverage focus groups, usability testing, and customer feedback to identify key points of friction on our platform and how we can streamline the experience for sellers and buyers. And today, I'd like to share just a couple of examples of how we're simplifying the experience. And I'll start with a change that we implemented and then heard from sellers that we didn't quite get it right. So earlier this year, we introduced this new way for sellers to list items. This new web listing flow unified 2 existing tools into one, with the goal of simplifying the experience for sellers. We rolled this out to the first set of sellers and then quickly heard back that some aspects of the flow actually made the process more difficult and less simple to use. Here are a couple examples of some feedback. In item specifics, you told us the process was quite complicated, with redundant ways to add and modify item details. And adding item specifics was actually kind of painful. In the shipping area, you told us the experience was complex and required multiple steps that felt unnecessary. Based on that feedback, we saw that there was clearly some room for improvement. So we went back to the drawing board and we reduced the number of clicks and steps needed to take actions. The improvements you helped drive are delivering much better on your needs, and the data speaks for itself. We're seeing a 30% average decrease in the time it takes to list using this new experience. Simpler is better, and you helped get us there. But we didn't stop there. For many sellers, we also added the option to include video in listings. And sellers can now drag and drop images. And as Jamie shared previously, we'll be doubling the number of images you can upload to a listing from 12 to 24 because we know how much shoppers love seeing more images when making a purchase decision. We're also looking for ways to provide newer, cheaper, and better shipping options for sellers. Last year in the US, we introduced the eBay Standard Envelope Shipping Service in partnership with USPS. It's a new way to help ship items that fit in a small envelope, like trading cards. It includes integrated tracking services at a low cost. And there's a lot more to come this year. Now, we realize shipping can be complicated. With so many different services, a wide range of costs based on buyer locations, it can be overwhelming. We're also starting to simplify shipping for items with authenticity guarantee. We're working with our carrier partners to lower the cost for items that go through the authentication hubs. Starting later this year, with authenticity guarantee eligible sneakers in the US, sellers will automatically get a label for their shipment. No more need to figure out which carrier and service to select. Buyers will also get a consistent shipping price, so no more need to worry about that either. We'll be rolling this out to other categories and markets next year. We also know that shipping internationally can seem complicated and risky. So earlier this month, we launched a new eBay international shipping program in the US. The goal is to make international shipping as hassle-free as shipping an item domestically, with less risk and lower costs than existing programs. We'll take care of all the customs and international shipping. And we're solving for the risk involved in international returns because eBay will intermediate the return. That means buyers will send the return item to us and we'll take care of the refund. The seller will keep the sale and won't need to deal with receiving a returned item. This won't cost you any more than a domestic shipment. We're so excited about this program. We just launched and we'll start inviting sellers into the program and we'll manage eligibility for the rest of this year and into 2023. So be sure to watch out for more communication to follow. Another example of simplification is modernizing our member-to-member messaging product. We know direct communication with buyers is so critical to building relationships with buyers and developing trust. And we heard from buyers and sellers alike that the old email format was clunky, hard to use, and inefficient. So we designed this modernized threaded messaging experience to make it easier for buyers and sellers to communicate with each other. Throughout this design phase, we sought direct feedback from members of our community, and we launched a beta test to collect even more feedback to help us get it right. And the reception has been overwhelmingly positive. At the same time, we gained a critical piece of insight from customer interviews that made the product even better. For example, we heard you wanted easy access to profile details within the message thread, so you can check out details like feedback score, location, and other items the member might be selling, all of which can be crucial in deciding whether to do business with someone. To address this, we made the avatar and the username clickable in the message screen so you can now easily see someone's eBay profile and all the important information you're looking for. As we continually convert your feedback into positive updates, all of these seemingly small changes add up to making a huge difference for you and your buyers. Customers are truly at the heart of everything we do. And hopefully you've seen this in the way that we've pivoted to simplifying the new listing experience, the shipping improvements we're making, and this new modernized messaging experience. So please keep the feedback coming. And this new messaging experience is not only simpler, it's also an example of how we're building trust into the products across eBay. When it's easier for a buyer to communicate with a seller, they're more likely to trust you, and that leads to more sales. All right, let's go to another example of how we're enhancing and reinforcing trust across all categories. This one in particular in parts and accessories. So did you know that parts and accessories is one of the largest categories on eBay? It's cross-shopped by the most shoppers, touching 1 in 3 eBay buyers. And it's supported by more than 1 million amazing sellers in the US alone. In fact, eBay sells 3 items in this category every single second. So the scale and the nature of the category can result in some unique challenges. In parts and accessories, the most important driver of trust is something called fitment. This simply means buyers need to have 100% confidence that the parts they're purchasing will fit the vehicle they're buying them for. When we do our job right, the buyer finds and purchases the right part. However, if we do it wrong, the buyer can't fix their vehicle, and the seller has to handle a return, not to mention an unhappy customer. Trust is broken, not just with the seller, but also with eBay. So we're addressing this with a completely new experience that brings fitment front and center. This makes it much simpler for shoppers to enter their vehicle information with visual confirmation through high-quality vehicle images. And customers can store all of their vehicles in our interactive virtual garage. So switching between vehicles is now super seamless. We also remember the vehicle you used last time, which makes future visits so much simpler. We're improving how search uses fitment as well to ensure shoppers can trust the results, including new badging, messaging, and persistent vehicle information. So the buyer doesn't have to worry about whether or not a part will fit their car. At the end of the day, the buyer gets the part that perfectly fits their vehicle, and it's like magic. The buyer finds their part, fixes their car, gets back on the road safely at a great value. They feel awesome about their experience with the seller, and trust is reinforced. Over time, investing in areas like this will build even more trust and will bring buyers back time and time again. Not to mention that this has simplified the experience for both buyers and sellers. So these investments in member-to-member messaging and fitment are just a couple of examples of the importance of trust in what we do at eBay. And to wrap up, I just want to reiterate how excited I am to be back at eBay and about all the investments we're making in reliability, simplification, and trust. And everything I've discussed today hopefully gives you a glimpse into what we're working on, but also how we're continuously incorporating customer insights into our process. There are thousands of people here at eBay, and we're dedicated to helping sellers. And we're here to ensure you can succeed and thrive on eBay. Thank you.